Hey, this is Ian Franzen, the College Web Pro. In this tutorial today, I'm going to show you how to view the rough draft or preview of your website. I'm going to show you how to make the changes that you need to the rough draft or the preview so you'll be able to edit the site. And then once you make the changes that you need, I'm going to show you how to publish the website so that it's live and anyone can see it. So to do that, you want to go to collegewebpro.com, and then you want to click on the tab that says Client Login. You want to log in with the email address and the password that you selected when you first set up the web hosting account. If you don't remember what this is, just click on Forgot Password and then you can reset your password. So I set up a demo account just for this video demonstration. So you're going to log into your account, and then on the right hand side under where it says My Weebly Sites, you should see your website listed. Next to the website there's a blue button that says Edit Site, so you want to click on the blue button that says Edit Site. It'll take a moment or two, and then you'll log into the editing. You'll be brought to the editing system for the website. So this is where you make the changes that you need to the website. You should see your website, the preview of your site, but if something's not how you want, don't fret. I'm going to show you how to make any kind of changes that you want, so you'll be able to revise the site. You can change almost anything that you want through this editing system, from a simple spelling change, or you can change the overall design or look of the site. You can add features to the website like text, images, photo galleries, slideshows, maps, forms, a newsletter submission form. You can add video, files, quotes. Any of these elements here on the left hand side can be brought over to the website. You just drag and drop them into place. It's really easy. So for example, let's say I wanted to add some text to the website. I could just drag the text block over to the website and I could put the text in. If you drag elements next to each other, they automatically create columns. And you can create as many columns as you want. You just have to watch that little blue line that shows up, and that'll show you where the element is going. So you can create multiple columns by, again, dragging the elements from the left hand side next to each other. So I'm just going to delete some of these elements that I added. You can delete elements by hovering your mouse above the element and then clicking on the X on the top right that says delete, and then just confirming. So there's a few different things that you can do with images. There's really probably 3 or even 4 different ways that you can add images to the website. You can drag the images, just the image element. This is like for a single image. If you're adding a single image to the website, you just drag the image element, you click on upload image, and then you click on upload a photo from your computer, and then you can select the image and it'll add a full image. So if you're adding photos this big, I suggest you make them high quality, otherwise it'll stretch the image and it'll look really bad. So generally you don't add photos this big to your website, so you can resize the images. You just pick up this little blue box. If you don't see it, you just have to hover your mouse over it. You'll see the little blue box, and then you can drag the image the image to change the size. Another way to change the size, if you just drag another image from your computer over right onto the website, and you see the blue line on the right, if you just drag another image, it'll automatically create 2 columns and push the image over. Because remember, when you drag something, when you add one element to the one side, it'll automatically create columns. You can add a map. there we go. You just click on the map and then you can set the location. Let's make it Atlanta just for the sweet tea theme. You can add dividers. Sometimes that's handy if you have a lot of content on a page. These are the titles at the top. Usually at the top of each page you have kind of a title. So you can click on a different page like our story, drag the title, make the title anything that you want. You can add forms, and you can change where the form gets sent to and what the subject of the form is. So there's lots of different elements here on the left hand side. You can play around with them. This area is sometimes confusing for people. So this banner image here is called a header image. So there's a few different types of headers, and they vary depending on the theme that you choose. Whoops. So if you click on this little wheel here, this gear, it'll let you adjust the type of header. So this area here is called the header. You can have a tall header, which is a little bit bigger, a short header, which is a little bit smaller. You can delete the header entirely. You could have a landing page, which is a little bit bigger. You can adjust this image here in the background. If you want to keep the header, you just click on Edit Image and then Change Image, and you can select from one of these stock images, or you can upload your own if you click on the Upload button. So that looks kind of fun, summary, like sweet tea. So I'm going to select that image. It didn't crop it very right. You don't want anyone's heads to get chopped off, so you want to click on Change Image again and then maybe upload a better image. We'll click on Save. You can save that header to all pages or to only this one page. So if you don't want to cancel out the other headers, you just click on that one. And now you successfully changed the header. And you can add the text here. And this is a button, so I'm going to change the button text. And I'm going to link it to the contact page. So there's lots of interesting things you can do with this editing system. For example, you could add a gallery. You could add 3 different images by dragging them into the box. It'll automatically crop them so that they're the same size. You can add captions to the images. I know I'm going a little bit quickly here, but I want to show you some cool features and I don't want to make the video too long. So you could put these captions on. And then you can make it display those captions. You see how they're not showing up right now? You do that by clicking on Caption and then Thumbnail and then Lightbox and Partial Thumbnail, and then it'll show the captions on the photos. And then the last thing that you need to do if you want to do that is now we'll link these images to the pages. So our story needs to link to the Our Story page. So you click on the image twice and then you'll see the option to link it to a page. You click on Link and then Standard Page and then select Our Story. Click off. Same thing for Recipe Book. We'll link that to Sweet Tea Recipes, and then Contact Us, we'll link to the contact page. So you can also, so that's kind of like a little graphical menu. You can also add different pages up here and change the order. So if you click on the Pages tab at the top, you can move around the pages. So usually the contact page is last in most websites. It's kind of where people expect it to be. So I'd recommend leaving the contact page last. You can add a page here. You just click on the plus symbol and it'll let you add a standard page or a blog, or if you're on the professional or business hosting plan, you can add a store. You can link to an external website if you don't want to link to a regular page. Remember, you can adjust the header here. This editing system also lets you adjust the whole design of the website. So you can change, if you're not happy with the overall design, you can edit the design of the site. Let me just add a header here. Whoops. So one resource for great royalty-free photos is Pixabay. It has hundreds of thousands of royalty-free stock photos that anyone can use. So you can search for anything that goes along with your theme. They have some really beautiful images. So I might try to find something kind of summery. That looks pretty nice. So I'm going to download the image, and then I'm going to replace the photos of these windows here. Change image, upload, and then I'll drag the image that I just downloaded. Save it only to this page, and I adjusted the header. You can also edit that image. You can change how it's darkened, if you want it blurrier, if you want it to zoom. So you can play around with the settings. So anyway, I was going to show you how to change the design of the site, the overall design. So to do that, you click on Theme, and then you click on Change Theme. And then you can choose from any of these designs. They're divided into categories. Some are kind of similar. So you can look around and choose from any of these themes. They're just starting points, all your content that you've been working on will shift over automatically. So it's not like you'll have to rebuild the site from scratch. You just pick the new theme, and then it'll shift everything over. I don't know why it didn't shift that header image over, so I'm just going to change image and re-upload that image that I downloaded. Make it a little bit darker now, just so you can read the white text. There you go. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Trying to think if there's anything I wanted to show you here. Social icons are handy. You can add social media to the website. You just drag the social media or the social icons element, and then you can manage icons, add the Facebook website address, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, or any other social media icons. And you can center them by clicking on the element and then aligning them. So a lot of times you can edit the settings for these elements by you click on the element, and then it'll bring up like a little dialog box with some options. So you can adjust the amount of images in the gallery, or change the spacing, or change the spacing between the images in the gallery, add a border. So almost every element has different settings. Even an image, you can change how it's aligned, or if you want to add a caption. So one critical thing that I wanted to mention here was editing the fonts on the website. So there's a couple different ways to edit the fonts on the website, and one of them is kind of better than other ways. So I'm going to show you both ways to edit the fonts on your website. So you can edit the fonts, how big you want the text, or change the font, or change the weight of the font if you want to make it bolder, and the spacing. So to do that, the best way to do that is to click on Theme, and then you click on Change Fonts, and you can change the font for the site title. So if you want to, make it look a little more interesting, I like this font a lot. It's called Tangerine. It was forcing it to be uppercase, so now I'm taking the uppercase off, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger now. So I'm going to bump up the size. Looks good. So now I'm going to make the navigational menu a little bit smaller. So I'm going to click on navigational menu. You'll see that it highlights the font in blue, the font that you're editing, just so you know which text you're changing. So I'm going to make the navigational menu a little smaller. So you can edit the font. If you change the font using the theme and change fonts dialog box, it'll change the fonts across all pages. So for example, if you change the fonts for paragraph text, it'll change the size, or if you edit the font here, it'll go through all the pages and change all the paragraph text, so that way everything looks consistent on your website. So I'd recommend changing the fonts that way. Now there's another way to change the fonts. This is specifically for the text, the normal text on each page. So if you highlight text, or you just click on the text box, it comes up with these text editing options. So you can highlight text, you can underline it, you can bold it, you can do text editing using this this text box here. You can create lists, numbered lists or bulleted lists. You can change the alignment of the text to center it. You can So this is good sometimes, but it's best to use this kind of sparingly, this method of changing the text, because you don't want all the text, on different pages to look different. You could make some text blue, some text red, some text really big, but it makes it harder on the visitor to read if the text is, different sizes, different fonts across all the different pages. It doesn't look very good. It's better to have a sort of designed consistency where most of the text is kind of the same. Otherwise, it kind of it might look good, but it's a little bit harder to read for the visitor. So that's how to change text for the website. And the last thing here, I'm going to show you how to publish the website. So it's very easy to do. After you get the site looking the way you want it to look, you're going to finalize it. So the changes save automatically, so you don't need to worry about that. But to get the site actually live so that anyone can see it, all you have to do after you finish making the changes that you need is to click on the orange button that says publish. So you'll click that button. You'll wait a few seconds. It normally takes about 10 to 20 seconds. And then it'll say website published, and it'll give you the website address. So in this demonstration video, I published it to a sweetsoutherntea.tk. So what happened here? It looks like I'm seeing an old, outdated version of the website. So actually, what your browser does sometimes is it pulls up the old or cached version of the site to save space. So in that case, you click on the refresh or reload button for the page, and then it'll pull up the new version of the page, just like the page that we see in the editor. So that's it. You can sign in and edit the website anytime that you need. You just log in, click on Edit Site, make the changes that you need in the editor, and then when you're done, you just click on the orange button that says Publish, and then your changes will go live right away. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't have much more to show you. If you have any questions or you have any feedback about the video, don't hesitate to email me or contact me. I'm happy to help if you get stuck. And thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.